know, Rancho Azul is the new CD from a guy who's a good pal of mine and one of the greatest country western singers of the day. That's right, a fellow who's been making great CDs and records, vinyl records too. Oh, you know who I'm talking about, none other than Dale Watson.
Oh, I lie when I drank, and I drank a lot. Don't believe me when I've had a few.
The new album is called El Rancho Azul. The last album was The Sun Sessions, which is pretty much focused on presenting the Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis stuff in Sun Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. This is more back to what I normally do, you know, the dancing songs and the swinging. And El Rancho Azul is inspired by a friend of mine up in Dallas who has a ranch called El Rancho Azul. This first album that's not going to have a picture of me on it, thank God.
Today I'm giving my daughter away. It's her time to make a new start. Today I'm giving my daughter away.
I've self-produced it, like most of my stuff, and I recorded it at Willie's in Pedernales. That's where I do a lot of my recording. If I'm not recording at Willie's, I record at Ray Benson's, you know. It really depends on who has the available time. But I like keeping it in Texas, too. So Pedernales, great sound, and hopefully it came across on the record.
I drank to remember, you drank to forget. I remember the good times, you forget all the bad.
I don't go with any intention whenever I write a song. It can be up-tempo, sad song, you know. That's one thing I learned about Johnny Cash music. He was able to make a really sad, often depressing subject matter go with a nice up-tempo thing. And yes, my band is a core in all that when I create on stage. I don't really have to worry about what they're going to play because I know they're going to play the right stuff. After so many years, they know how to mix together the perfect amount of country in it. You know? One thing about my music is it is derivative music. I'm writing new songs, but I'm using an old blueprint, you know.
Well, come on, baby, listen what I'm saying. I keep it saying it every day. Give me more kisses. Give me more kisses. Oh, give me more kisses. Give me more kisses. Give me more kisses. I need your kisses now.
John Lennon said it best. Originality comes in with one's failure to imitate their influence. Yeah, I absolutely cherish these people I just mentioned, and I'm trying to do them justice when I write a song in that vein. So Give Me More Kisses is kind of like my Mind Your Own Business, Hank Williams song. Kind of a cross between rockabilly and old hillbilly music. Another song on the album we get a lot of requests for is called I Can't Be Satisfied.
I had a good woman waiting at home, but I find a bad one, I'd have to roam. Hey, you know that's wrong. Hey, you know that's right. I'm a man, I can't be satisfied.
I should probably tell anybody who goes out with me, you should listen to this song because it's pretty much me. A song called I Can't Be Satisfied, and got my feet firmly planted in midair. Another song on the new album is called Where Do You Want It? I wrote it back years ago when Billy Joe Shaver got in a little trouble. When I wrote it on stage at the Little Longhorn, which I play every Sunday. Charlie Hodge, a local DJ, said, you know, you should write a song about what happened with Billy. And I said, yeah, I should. So I just was going by newspaper accounts. And after I wrote it, I thought, I better ask Billy if I could do this song. And I called him up, and he really said, well, I can't really talk about what happened. I said, well, I'll just get rid of the song. He said, no. Songs are like your kids, and what plain truth is, you just got an ugly youngin' right there. So, but you still got to love it.
Boy, I warned you, leave me alone, so now I'm asking, where do you want it?
They kind of got him in a little heat during the trial, and which I feel awful about. So every time he sees me, or he always leaves a message for me. He says, tell Del I love him, and then he gives me the finger, but he can't because he doesn't have enough fingers. So I always tease him. I said, Billy, it doesn't mean the same when you give somebody the finger. He says, you know what I mean. I'm able to write on stage purely because of the crowds, the Texas audience, whether it's a dance audience or a sit-down audience, give you so much back, and that's why I love playing Texas. What I hope people, if they give El Rancho Azul a listen to it, is that they'll maybe dig into the back catalogs if they like some of the stuff. You know, they might, because I got 20 years of albums that came out yearly. Maybe if you like Merle Haggard, Johnny Cash, Ray Price, you might like some of this stuff. And so I'm just trying to carry on what I listened to growing up. Hopefully listeners will do that too.